Hi, Aries. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to get into your general reading. I'm going to use this tarot deck to pull out the energies that are supporting you at this time, as well as the energies that might be presenting a challenge for you. It's the Osho Tarot, but it has, these kinds of keywords on the bottom, so I'm going to use it kind of like an oracle. And then we'll get into the tarot. I'll do a general spread, and we'll just see what's going on for you, what message wants to come through. My readings are timeless. They're not theme specific, pretty wide open here to whatever needs to be said, Now, it is a general reading here on YouTube, so it may not be for you, but it is for somebody, okay? Let's see here, 2 more. If it does resonate with you, there will be an extended available. You can find a link to that in the description box below. Aries, what's going on here for Aries? Tell me the energies that are supporting Aries at this time. What's going on for Aries? Transformation. Ooh la la, I'm hearing ooh la la. Okay, transformation, we like that. And what's the challenge here for Aries? We have a few cards. I guess I'll take them all. Participation, consciousness, postponement, creativity, and stress. Oh, what are you doing? I love you, Aries. We got sorrow in reverse, which is the 9 of Swords at the bottom. Okay, Aries, your creativity is your direct channel and access to the divine, to your higher self, to your future manifestations. Maybe you don't identify as a creative individual, but we all are creative in our own ways. Whatever creative endeavor you have in your mind, it could be the smallest thing or the biggest thing. Maybe you like to organize your file folders in a really interesting way. Okay, you take that as creativity. Or maybe you're a painter. Whatever the case is here, Spirit is saying that your participation in that endeavor, participation, creativity, leads you to a higher state of consciousness, which is what you're seeking with transformation after a period of stress and sorrow. However, you're postponing it because you're stressed out. I don't know if you're stressed out about the creative project or the idea of being creative. Maybe you're putting pressure on yourself. Or perhaps this is like you're stressed about something else and it's affecting what you hold near and dear to you. I'm hearing invention. Maybe some of you are inventing something. But this is a very clear message that I'm seeing here. It's like you got to get back on the horse, back in the saddle, and recognize that whatever it is that you are creating, you're channeling energies during that time. And even if you don't like what you create, it's all part of the process. Okay? It's like, don't get so hard on yourself or down on yourself. Can you tell me more about the stress here before I get into the general message? What's the stress? Are we going to come out or not? 3 of Pentacles. Maybe this is working with others. You don't feel like people are going to acknowledge what you're doing. This is working with others for sure, but it's also a card of achievement and having other people recognize your achievement. Did everything go according to plan? Are people proud of you? Are they looking up to you? Do they admire you? This kind of thing. Are you going to pass the test? Whatever it is here. Are they going to understand what you're doing? Tell me more about the stress. You've been working very hard on something. Justice. Justice card for your stress. This might not be for everybody here, but I am seeing this, okay? And so if you feel like, no, that's not me, well, just consider it for a second, okay? But I am seeing something about the shadow. And there is something here like maybe karmically you feel as though you don't deserve something, or you feel like something else has to happen in your life before you can reap the reward of something. You know, and maybe this, and when I say this is in the shadow, I mean, it's not totally conscious to you. Okay? So that could be for some of you here. Of course, there could be a Libra involved. That could be stressing you out. There could be something legal as well. So take it however it resonates. Now, I do want to tell you, Aries, as many of you know, I have an 8th house stellium and I got Pluto on my rising. So if you're looking for a reader who doesn't talk about the shadow and doesn't bring up the past to understand what's going on in the present and in the future, I'm not your reader. Okay, I am not your reader. That is not how I roll. Okay, so I will always bring up what I see in the cards in terms of the depth of the situation, even if it's an uncomfortable feeling that might arise from that source of information that I receive. Okay, maybe this is a message for you too, Aries. It's like whatever feeling that comes up that maybe you're nervous, other people aren't going to really respond to that if I say that, or should I talk to this person about how I'm feeling like that, because you know, I don't want to be a negative Nancy. Sorry if you're Nancy. I know that's a terrible thing if your name is Nancy, but you know, it's like you don't want to be negative, or however the case, you don't want to disturb people. But you have to remember that whatever it is that you're doing here, it's coming from your connection with your higher self. Some of you are transforming this idea that you can make everybody happy into an acknowledgement that that's just not going to happen. Those who resonate with you will resonate with you, and you'll have the same code to the frequency that you wish to be on. You'll speak the same language. Okay? So that's part of your transformation. Very interesting reading here, Aries. Okay, let's get into the general message. We need 6 cards here, Spirit, for Aries. What is going on? Now, this could be about anything, right? It could be about a relationship. It could be about work. It could literally be about a creative thing that you're doing, a spiritual thing. But what's coming to mind is I just watched another channel today where the person's an artist and she was doing a mural on her wall, and she had to like redo it several times just because, you know, when you're an artist, you get really critical of yourself, and then you wipe it off and then erase it or whatever, and you do it again and again and again. And I'm kind of seeing this energy here. It's like you're trying to perfect something, but perhaps you started off overcomplicating something, and I feel like you're going to move to a more simple solution in whatever situation you're in. Something's going to get less complicated. It's like a eureka moment. Yeah. Okay. 3 more. Ooh. Okay, let's see the person that Aries is dealing with right now that's on their mind. Could be a Scorpio, doesn't have to be. Or a Taurus we have, and Libra. Just give me one more. Or a Pisces, we have the Hangman. Wow, we have 3 major arcana cards for the person that you're dealing with. That's pretty intense energy. For some of you, this person really activates a part of you, okay? Like seems like a significant kind of connection in one way or another. I'm seeing a few things here. The first thing that I saw right away is some of you could be having a difficult time with a mother figure, okay? So I'll just throw that out there for whoever needed that confirmation. But yeah, you're having a difficult time with somebody here who kind of doesn't know which way they're going or coming. It's like 1 minute they might feel really nice and sweet and kind to you and maybe full of abundance and welcoming or giving you an opportunity or helping you in some way, or they're sending out signals that, they're available or something like this. And then in the next minute, it's like kind of doom and gloom or darker, and they seem upset about something, but you can't really figure out what it is. This person, they have a shadow thing going on as well, which looks to be related to Neptune with the Hangman. Why is this person in this energy? What is this? Silence. Silence and intensity. This could obviously be someone that you're not talking to. Okay. With the silence card coming out. And if that's the case, you can still feel the energy. I'm hearing cuts like a knife. Maybe you can cut the tension or the energy, the energetic tension with a knife. It's so thick you can feel it. That's for somebody here. For others of you, this person is in the hanged man position with silence and intensity. They're trying to really figure out which way they want to go with something. Do they want to open up to this energy of abundance and giving and nurturing with the Empress? Or do they want to shut things down with the Death card? Okay, so let's see here. 7 of Cups for your overall energy. This is having a lot of options, but also can represent some confusion here. What's going on with this? The 9 of Swords. This is the stress that we're seeing here. What do I do? What do I paint? Who do I call? What do I say? Who am I? It's a little existential in a way. And it might feel exciting 1 minute to have the world in front of you. I'm hearing your feet at the doorstep. I'm getting, but in your darkest hour, I don't know. If you feel like you're in sunshine and rainbows right now, just don't watch this message then, okay? Because I can feel that somebody's, maybe not your message here. The High Priestess. You got to trust your intuition with how this is resonating, okay? Don't take in an energy that isn't yours. Okay, the 9 of Swords, because in your quiet moments here, there's some stress and anxiety about choosing the right path. Am I doing the right thing? All of this was feeling so great, and maybe I'm just fooling myself. That's what I'm getting here. What's going to surprise you is the Tower. That's that epiphany I'm seeing. But going back to that painting analogy, it's like first you're going to have to wipe the slate clean with something so that you can make your vision into a reality. What is this? The sun, the star? Wow. The Lovers and the King of Swords. Holy, this is an intense reading. The moon at the bottom. If you're thinking about somebody right now related to love, somebody's got something to say here about your connection, and it's coming in. It's coming in quickly. I'm hearing something about like the horse from the sun or something. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's symbolic, but it's coming in quickly. This is an important moment here for you in terms of how you see yourself or how you see the situation. And if it's not love, if it's something else, like there's a massive decision that you're going to have to make with the Lover's card, with the King of Swords. You're going to have to use your logic. You're going to have to weigh your options when you're already in the 7 of Cups. So you might have an intuition that this Tower moment is on its way. But with the sun and the stars showing up here and with the lovers, this is like a divinely guided moment, and the tower, where you are being asked to make a choice that will alter pretty much the rest of your life, it feels like. I know maybe that sounds a little melodramatic, but that's what I'm seeing here. Like, this is a life-altering decision here. It's a big decision. Like, everything changes after this. This is the transformation. This is the completion of the transformation, the rising from the ashes, the phoenix moment here. Yeah, so you're going to have to make a huge decision. Okay, let's see what's ending. The Five of Swords. I like that. Okay, so whatever, confusing communication or manipulative communication that you were having with another, even just energetic thought exchange, I don't know, that you were having with another, that's over. That's ending. Could have been with an Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. Let's see what's going on here. And whoever this is for you, and it could be an aspect of yourself, just take it however, it's like they were talking about so many different things. Okay, I don't know. It's kind of got that vibe of like little word salad-y. You know what I mean? It's like they're just throwing in all this information or all this stuff, presenting all these issues or arguments, however, and it's like it doesn't even really make sense. It's like they began writing you a letter in one tone, and by the end of it, they've completely contradicted themselves, and they're saying something, that doesn't even follow logic. Okay, maybe you're going to get an email or a letter from somebody here. Okay, there is a motive behind that, but I think you're seeing clearly through this situation. Tell me how this is ending. Faith and the Eight of Wands. Ten of Swords. Whatever communication you receive here, or maybe you've already received it in the past, it like instantly reveals something to you about this person. And because you have a connection with spirit and source, and you've done some shadow work yourself, you you have like a chill kind of response to it. It's like they're coming at you with all this energy, and you're like, well, let me just meditate on that for a minute. Yeah, I don't really think like that I'm going to let that bother me, or I can see what this person is trying to activate within me. You respond in a mature way here because this is the teacher as well, because you've learned a lesson somewhere down the line about how to handle people like this or situations like this. Knight of Swords for what's beginning. You're saying something here. You're taking swift action, which I think you're being guided to do here with the King of Swords as well. But you're speaking here, I feel. What is this? What is Aries talking about? Queen of Swords. You could be calling out someone's bullshit or just seeing things really clear. Someone, you're not intimidated here. It's interesting message. You could, if somebody's silent right now, strength. You could be cutting that silence. Or maybe somebody's doing that with you. Okay, somebody could be coming in here to break the silence with you and speak their truth. Whoever's doing the speaking here in this situation where there's been some conflict and a little bit of like mind games, they're gaining a lot of courage here to come forward. This reading feels like not as specific as my usual readings. Like usually I get more of a detailed kind of narrative. This is like kind of like the umbrella of the situation, I want to say. Like this is the meta energies. I don't know. It's like the bigger picture of the situation. Okay, the Emperor for your advice. This is to stand in your power. Okay, you are not the hangman. You know what you want. And there's something about mixing of elements. Perhaps somebody else is having a hard time mixing different things in their life or alchemizing them or bringing them together in a certain way. You can hold two truths at the same time, I'm hearing. Two things can be true at the same time. Okay. So maybe you're recognizing there's two sides to a story, or you know two things that would seemingly seem to contradict, but they don't. Tell me more about the Emperor. Spirit is definitely asking you to stand in your power. 3 of Swords. Ooh. Give me one more for that. 5 of Wands. Palace of Cups at the bottom. I'm hearing been there, done that. You had a tough go here, Aries, at some point. There's no doubt about that. For some reason, this seems to be related to that stress that's going on with your creativity. Maybe you're not even like totally aware. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the beginning with the Justice, right? It's like something subconscious that made you feel not good about yourself, or maybe somebody rejected you, or somebody was awful and mean to you, and like somewhere in there you're kind of sitting with that energy, and every time something doesn't work for you that you want to achieve, it's like you got that little voice coming up and saying like, yep, they were right, see? And for some of you, you've already healed that, but I am feeling there is someone here where it's like that's coming in and you might not even recognize it as related to this situation. Hi, Pixel, you scared me there. That's interesting. Pixel never scares me. Well, I mean, sometimes she does with her crazy ways, but maybe it's a Pisces who wants to sneak up on you. But, oh, that's interesting. She represents intuition to me. And so when she comes up, hi, yeah. When she comes up, I always feel like Spirit is saying you got to listen to your intuition a little bit more. And because she startled me, perhaps your intuition is going to startle you with something, okay? Some truth and clarity. But regardless, you're in control now. You're not in that same place as you were before. And look what the outcome is in the next 3 months. The Ace of Swords. This is like epiphany, clarity, truth, new way of looking at something, a higher level of knowledge and wisdom. Also speaking your truth. This is really amazing. So if you feel like you're stuck on a creative project, or you're stuck in a situation right now and you don't know what to do and you're confused, you're going to gain a lot of clarity. And it's going to come from this tower moment that just seems to come out of nowhere. And I feel like it tests your strength in a way. Or not tests you, but it asks you to demonstrate your faith in your wisdom, your intelligence, and your faith in a higher source. And you do that. You do it. You show up for yourself, Aries, in a big, big way. Okay, I'm going to go into the extended here. Oh, don't bite me. And we'll go a layer deeper. I'll get in more into this outside energy and see if we can narrow that down some more and see what's going on there, if you should expect anything from them. But if this is where you go, we love you so much, and I'll see you next time.